My name is Jason Chatro, and I'm here today with Scott Nicholson, and he is the author of more than 20 novels and novellas, along with screenplays, digital editions, plays, all kinds of children's books, lots of things. And we're going to be talking a little bit about some things that Scott does is a little bit, I'd say, untraditional. So anyway, Scott, thanks for coming, dropping by today and talking with us some.
Hey, Jason, I'm always willing to babble about what I think I know, and I only know half of what I think I know, so let's see which half comes out today.
All right. Well, let's talk, you and I were talking last week about kind of what you call generosity marketing, where, right now it seems to be, at least in my research and what we're doing with my company, is a lot of stuff. Giving away books seems to be something that's counterintuitive to what a lot of publishers have thought. Giving away something free seems ridiculous, but at the same time, it seems to be working. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience doing that, and what kind of success has been brought about as a result of you just giving away things?
Well, first of all, I only call it generosity marketing because I don't even think it's marketing. But if I put marketing in there, then people listen or, pay attention. And I like the idea, so I want it to spread because I've seen it work in my life. It's basic. I like the idea gardens. I used the garden analogy because I'm planting seeds. I'm growing crops. My crops make seeds. I give my seeds to the neighbor. The neighbor can grow crops. If my seeds are messed up, neighbor gives me back seeds. If I'm hungry, the neighbor gives me food out of the garden. So we're all eating. It's all growing. It's all basically the fruits of our labor. So I don't know. It doesn't make mathematical sense. I've tried to figure it out, but the more I give away, the better I do. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Now, when you first started doing this, I mean, were other people telling you that this was crazy and something you're nuts? I mean, your work is valuable and you should never give it away free. I mean, did you have that kind of feedback or pushback from people?
Well, I used to participate in a lot of writer discussions, especially the last couple of years when we were all jumping into this and figuring it out. And I just came to believe that the people were ascribing this sense of worth to their books. Like, well, I'm a good writer, so I'm worth as much as James Patterson. I'm putting $10 on my ebook because I'm as good as James Patterson. And that's ridiculous because James Patterson has millions and millions of fans. Nobody might have ever heard of Scott Nicholson. In fact, most people in the world haven't heard of Scott Nicholson. So I feel like right now I have a great advantage in price. If you want to look at it as competitive advantage, I can price my book for free, 99 cents, $2.99, whatever. And it's really only worth what someone is willing to pay. If they're not going to pay for it, it's not worth anything. If they get it for free, at least they took that action of clicking on it. They say only 1 in 10 people who get a free book end up reading it, especially now when Amazon is dumping them out by the hundreds and thousands every single day. You can go and get unlimited amount of book. You can load up your Kindle in an hour and fill it up. So yeah. That's more than you're going to be able to read in your lifetime. So what's the value of free? I don't know. I've had this discussion with friends who say, well, I'm going to stick my book at $6.99. And then I go like, well, if nobody buys it, it's still worthless. If it's free, it may be worth something. So I don't know. It's a judgmental thing but I think the worth is what the buyer pays, not what you think it's worth. So it's not you that gets to decide what something's worth. It's kind of meeting in the middle, what someone's willing to pay versus what price you're willing to put on it.
Now for you, I mean, this is the digital age for books has arrived. I mean, I don't think we can say that it's coming. I think it's here and it's here to stay. How do you feel about some of the things, or I guess the shift that's taken place? What is that's exciting to you about maybe kind of wrestling the power away from the publishers a little bit?
Well, that was interesting last year. The whole stick it to New York thing, and now it's just old. I don't want anybody to lose their job, but on the other hand, I don't want to lose out to artificially support an old system that doesn't serve people because we don't need them. Any layer between the reader and writer is just somebody taking money that doesn't need to be there. It's an obstacle. It's a barrier. It's like the hose they're crimping the hose. We want wider conduits so we can connect. You know, we do need the services. I do my own formatting and covers. I do get outside editing. Usually I trade for everything. You know, most of my books I got out there, got out for $3 or $4 in overhead. So that's the other thing. I don't have any overhead. I keep it really lean, simple, try and trade and help each other out, do the gardening thing. And, you know, I don't know. We don't need a corporation, a board of directors, all those people deciding what we want. I trust the reader. If they don't like my book, I'll give them a refund. I've given people refunds. You know, you can get a refund on Amazon within a week. So basically, it's the reader driving the train now.
Yeah. Now, you know, for you, you know, I mean, written a lot of stuff. You're writing a lot of stuff. You know, what do you see as kind of being the, I guess, the trend or the, you know, the future of doing this, or what's going to be, you know, things that are going to help propel authors to kind of break through, you know, a really clouded market now where, you know, we had the publishers that were able to kind of delineate that, or at least they would choose whether it was fair or not. That was how they did it. Now, you know, you're in this big pool. You know, how do you feel like, or how do you see authors being able to kind of break through the clouds and let people know that they're there?
You just got to stick around. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people quitting this year when they didn't get the Kindle Millions that was promised. You know, they read the articles and say, "Oh, John Locke made so many $1 million. Amanda Hawking got the $2 million deal. Where's mine?" You know, and when they realize that it's hard work, a lot of these books that are out now is books that have been stuck in a drawer for 10 years. So are these people really writers? We'll see. You know, if you write that next book, are you writing one now? Did you throw one out there and say, you know, I've seen people on Facebook say, "Oh, is this ebook thing catching on? I'm going to start writing." You know, it's like, sorry, it doesn't work like that. I mean, some people are going to get lucky. You know, I hear people say, all you need is a good book, good cover, good product description, blah, blah, blah. And that's nonsense. We see garbage climb the charts all the time. I even had some of it myself. It's a lot of luck. But if you don't show up, you don't get your luck. It's the roulette wheel of life. You keep showing up, you keep dropping your ball, and it's going to hit. And if it doesn't, you're still win if you do the work.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us today, Scott, and we're going to have another session with you. Be on the lookout for. We'll be talking a little bit more specifics on writing. Tell us how readers can connect to your stuff here.
Yeah, Scott Nicholson on Twitter, hauntedcomputer.com. I also have the hauntedcomputerblogspot.com where I do my infrequent blogging. But yeah, I'm easy to find. Just Google Scott Nicholson.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, Scott, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jason.